Hey, Johnny Mosley here for Peter Glenn Ski and Sports, hanging out at the Winter Sports Market in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is where all the brands come and kind of show off what they've been working on. Let's go. Hey, Johnny Mosley here for Peter Glenn Ski and Sports, hanging out with Matt Farness here at the Lang Dynastar Look booth at Winter Sports Market, checking out all the new products. And we were kind of laughing about the new Look pivot because he was like, oh, it's the mogul skier's binding, which it is, and it's such a perfect binding, the lightness, that they can't change it, because if you changed it, you know, people would go nuts because it's worked so well. Although you have, I'm guessing you've made some changes.
We've made some updates.
Updates.
Right? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
you're exactly right. You
Yeah.
know, this binding is beloved because of the elastic travel, the turntable heel piece, its durability.
Yeah.
And so, you know, our goal here was to make some incremental improvements in durability to this binding.
Okay.
Without screwing it up,
Yeah.
right? Because, you know, this
Yeah.
is, again, a cult classic. And
Yeah.
we were just talking earlier, you know, the number of people that have
100% of the mogul skiers on the tour have it. Yeah.
Exactly, but we've also got people who have a collection of Look pivots that span decades, and they love sending us pictures of all the different colors and models that they've had.
Yeah, I had the other day. I was Scott, the guy who runs the ski shop that I use, called me. He's like, he's really meticulous about the colors of his bindings and his skis together, which I've never cared that much about, but some people are into it. He called me. He's like, hey man, I need a pair of white pivots, and I don't have them in the shop. I'll trade you. You know, he was like wanted to make a deal for a pair of white Look pivots for his bindings. I mean, that's kind of following they have. It's hardcore. It's great. Yeah. But you gotta. This is a new color, or tell me about the new.
It's a little bit more than a new color, but we have
yeah.
a hot new color here.
Okay.
We call it blue steel.
Okay, of course.
But again, we've made some incremental improvements in durability to one of the most durable bindings on the market. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, we really wanted to help protect the cosmetic of the binding, because we've all seen pivot bindings where people have taken the bindings off with their skis, and all the paint gets scraped off, and we spend so much time working on, you know, the cosmetics of the binding with the Forza fades and unique colorways.
Yeah.
So we added these plastic bumpers
to
help protect the durability of the binding when you're taking the binding off with the ski.
Yeah.
We added this metal pole insert here that, you know, again,
Oh,
helps protect the cosmetic
sure.
durability when you're taking your binding off with the
Sure.
pole.
Yeah.
You know, really for the shop employees out there working on these bindings, we've made the DIN settings easier to
Well, I
adjust.
do notice you added an Allen key
That's right.
attachment, because that is a pain in the ass sometimes. The spring, you know, or it used to be a flathead.
A flathead.
Yeah, you have to have a
which
big flathead. You just turn it sideways.
can be hazardous to your health if
Totally.
you're doing it at like a 15 or an 18.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
We have a new brake width.
Okay. That's
a 105 millimeter brake, which is something we were missing in the past, and that really hits the meat of the market for us.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we've kind of re-engineered the arms that connect the heel piece to the brake assembly to allow for more adjustment. So in the past, if you had a boot and then ended up getting downsized into a new boot at the shop, it was difficult, and they often had to remount the bindings. So we added a little bit more adjustability to be able to get plus or minus one size.
I've had that happen to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ton of range. You
Yeah.
get to the end of the elbows or whatever they
Yeah.
are. Actually, I got a question for you while I got you. What is the proper, when you do the forward pressure, where is the end of the white
There's two little black
Supposed to-
tabs
okay.
on the black plastic heel piece.
Yes.
And every time you make an adjustment, you got to
Yeah.
turn this thing out,
Right.
and then turn it back,
Ah.
and then that white tab should line up in between
the
those
black
little
marks.
black marks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was always, because, you know, I'm always like, where is this supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but I didn't realize you have to turn it out and
Yeah,
turn it back
kind of
in.
resets the mechanism.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good to know. Yeah, no, it's a fun binding. I mean, one of the reasons just that the mogul skiers love it so much, and all the free riders, it's such a narrow footprint, like on the ski, that if you're only talking about a 180 mogul ski and your binding mount pattern is that long, you're basically deadening that whole part of the ski. So it's just nice to have this like narrow spot and let the ski kind of do what it does.
Yeah, we call it the short mounting zone.
Yeah,
so if you
okay,
actually
yeah.
look at the positioning of all of the screws
Yeah.
in the ski, it's a much shorter mounting zone than a traditional binding, which
Exactly.
really allows that ski to flex naturally underfoot,
Yeah.
and especially in moguls. That's, you know, one of the things that makes this binding excel.
Yeah, and you can feel it, and then obviously having, when you're clicked in, having the heel piece up and close to your body. You know, if you're talking about centrifugal force, anything when you're spinning or doing any kind of tricks, you can feel like even a little bit of extra weight on the ski.
Right.
So when you have it close to your body, obviously you can spin faster and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So yeah, it's the freestyle binding of choice for sure. Cool, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Looks good. I like the updates. I like
Cool.
the updates. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
All right, Johnny Mosley here, Peter Glenn Ski and Sports. Have a great winter.